It's almost like they have this like greenish tone to them. They're not green. Let me grab this bang here, like right from that center seam here. It can, of course, get into an updo. It's gonna be nice and flat and be a pretty natural looking style. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Chiquel YouTube channel. My name is Amanda and today I'm going to be doing a review of this very highly requested, especially over the last couple weeks, but this highly requested wig that I am wearing on my head right now called Seville by Belle Tress. But before I jump into it all, I'm going to remind you to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can learn even more about alternative hair. Okay, so I don't know what has been going on, but I have received a ton of messages asking me to do a review on Seville. So I posted a really quick video on my Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all, you know, the short form reel TikTok videos on Seville, and people loved it. And, you know, since then, and even before then, I was getting a lot of people asking me, have you done Seville yet? Can you please do a review on Seville? So here I am finally getting this out to you. And if you don't know my reviews and if you're new to me, just know that sometimes I talk a lot, but I talk a ton about the wig and I try to give as much detail as I possibly can. If you're not into the talking, if you're not into the detail, I sometimes get women being like, stop talking.
Emotional damage.
Oh, so sorry. You can mute me. You're welcome to mute me. You're welcome to fast forward, or you're welcome not to watch. Whatever you choose to do, just know that I try my best to give you as much detail as I possibly can so that you can make the most informed decision as you can. So let me cut to the chase here, you guys. I am obviously wearing Seville. This is the color Milkshake Blonde Rooted. I have spoken about this color before. I've done a video, I believe, where I talk about Milkshake Blonde, Crushed Almond Blonde, and Raw Sugar Blonde, where I go into even more detail about this color, but essentially it is a neutral to cool, dimensional blonde with medium brown roots. It is a similar color-ish to Shaded Biscuit by Raquel Welch, if you're looking for a comparison. So this is Shaded Biscuit right here. I find Milkshake Blonde is even just a touch cooler. Shaded Biscuit almost has a little bit more of this sort of sandy blonde tone going throughout it. And I do find the roots are a little bit of a different color. They're a little bit lighter on Shaded Biscuit. And sometimes when I look at them, they almost seem more green. I know that's weird. I know they aren't green, but when I compare them, it's almost like they have this like greenish tone to them. They're not green. I need to make that very clear, but just when you compare them, it's like, oh, they are kind of a little bit different. Anyways, so Belle Tress came out with their Spanish collection in, I think it was November 2024. It is now January that I'm making this video. And their Spanish collection did so well, like right off the bat. Seville is part of their Spanish collection. If you want to check out more of their Spanish collection, I've done a couple videos on most of the Spanish collection. So you can go back and check out all of my reviews on those. But this, I'm just making a standalone video just for Seville here. Let me get this over here. I should let you know that this is essentially out of the box. I have not styled or done anything to this wig at all. The only thing I have done is taken out the zigzag part. Other than that, the only thing I've done is put this on my head to make a video or, you know, show it in a video somewhere. So this is essentially out of the box minus the zigzag part. So with Belle Tress's, all of Belle Tress's wigs that they make, they use heat-friendly synthetic fiber. So that is same with this one. It's a heat-friendly synthetic fiber. You will notice that when you get these right out of the box, they are so soft and so smooth and so lovely. But I always make a disclaimer about heat-friendly synthetic fiber. No matter what heat-friendly synthetic fiber it is, what brand it's from, literally any heat synthetic fiber, it's going to frizz and it's going to tangle and it's going to mat and it's going to happen faster than you want it to. You're gonna find frizziness start to happen probably after the first or second comb through or brush. Honestly, it happens fast. But when you have a longer wig like this that is straighter, that doesn't have a ton of styling going on, it makes it pretty easy to maintain. All you have to do is spray it with water, go through with a hot air brush, a hair straightener, some kind of hot tool that goes no more than 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. and that is going to get rid of any frizziness that you're gonna see. I've done a lot of videos about hot tools and working with heat-friendly synthetic fibers, so you can also go through my YouTube channel and search for those as well. But I feel like I need to make it very clear to you guys that heat-friendly synthetic fibers, although they have a lot of benefits, they're a bit of a learning curve, and they are not going to look perfect all the time, and they need consistent maintenance. So if you are okay with maintenance, you might really love heat-friendly synthetic fibers, especially because they are not as shiny as synthetic fibers are. And for me, that makes it all worthwhile, because I prefer to have a little bit more of a human hair-like appearance and do extra maintenance as opposed to having shiny synthetic hair and doing a bit less maintenance. Anyways, we all have our own preferences, so you need to do what you are the most comfortable with. So Seville, just like pretty much every other Belle Tress wig out there, is low density. So when I say low density, I'm talking about how much fiber or how much hair is sewn onto a wig. A low density means that there's not a lot. So if you see my ponytail here, I don't have a ton of hair in here. It's a pretty low density piece. You're not going to be overwhelmed with hair. Belle Tress is a really great brand to start with if you are someone who has been experiencing hair loss. You are used to not having a ton of hair on your head. So when you purchase your first wig, you're not going to want to purchase a wig that has all of this thick hair on it. It's just going to feel too overwhelming. So Belle Tress is a great place to start because it won't have that. Another thing a lot of Belle Tress wigs don't have, including this one, is permatease. Permatease is a short-haired crimping effect done at the root of a wig to give it volume and to help disguise any wefting below the wig. Now, this one does not have any permatease, which means it's going to lay low profile to your head. You're not going to feel poofiness up here, and you're not going to feel like you're wearing this big helmet on your head. It's going to be nice and flat and be a pretty natural looking style. So something else that this has that makes it that natural looking style is a lace front. So a lace front is what you put on a front of a wig that allows you to pull it off of your face like I'm doing right now and gives you the illusion that it's growing right from your hairline. So they hand tie these fibers onto this lace-like material at the front here to give you the illusion it's growing right from your forehead or right from your hairline here. So this is going to be the lace front on Seville. It is extended a little bit into your ear tab, so it goes all the way to about here, as opposed to some wigs cut off right at the temples here. This one is an extended temple to temple, so that's awesome. What you'll notice about this color, so this is a rooted color, so it has that darker root. Whenever you have a darker fiber hand tied onto that lace, you're going to notice the knotting a little bit more. So what Belle Tress has done is they've brought some of the lighter blonde forward so that the knots you see in the front aren't going to be as prominent with, that dark rooting happening. However, what I do like here is that not every single fiber is going to be that blonde color. You will see some sprinkling of the darker knots as well, which it's nice that they do that because then it's not going to be this thick band of bright light fiber at the front that almost makes it a little bit unrealistic. You do see a little bit, of course, but it's not as prominent of this light, bright rainbow over your head from that lighter knotting in the front. So I do like that about this color for Belle Tress styles. Something else that makes this a natural looking piece is the left monofilament part we have here. So monofilament part, it's pretty much like that lace front. It's that same material going into a part here that is hand tied and gives you the illusion of hair growth from your scalp, and it gives you that natural looking part line. So here's what that part's gonna look like. You have about an inch or so, maybe a little bit more than an inch of space here to part your hair. So you could give it a much deeper left part if that is what you prefer. So you could have more of this swooping left part that goes deeper, but whenever you're newly parting a style here, it's not gonna wanna go where you want it to. You can see that it's fighting me on this. So whenever that happens, you need to use heat to train it to go this way. So just like you would with your ends, spray with water, use heat from a blow dryer, heat from a hot comb, and let the fibers sort of re-melt into this new position you want them to be in. Again, I've done a lot of videos on this that show you how to change a part or that show you just how to use heat with wigs in general. Okay, I'm gonna get it back to the part that it was sort of positioned in here. There we go. All right, I haven't done a full spinaroo for you, so let me do that so you can see this whole beautiful style. It's really nicely layered here. So you're gonna have these shorter layers in the front and these gradual layers going down the whole style. Okay, something I always like to do is take my measuring tape and show you just how long it truly is. I like to go from sort of the part line here. So I'm going right from the part line that's closest to the inner seam. So you can't really part any further to the center than this. So I'm gonna go right from that inner seam here and go down to the longest layer here. Oh my gosh, I can't see what I'm doing. I'm gonna let go of the top. And we are sitting, coming down to roughly just over 18 inches will probably be your longest layer. Now in the front, you do have a little bit of a sweeping, sort of side swept curtain bang in the front here. So let me show you how long that is going to be. Okay, so right from that, let me grab this bang here. Right from that center seam here. I'm gonna go forward actually. You're gonna get to just over 8 inches, maybe 8.5 inches when you pull it straight, but just know that it's, you know, swoops a little bit. So hopefully that helps you. You can take your trusty measuring tape out, put it sort of close to the center of your head, go down the right side and see where, what did I say? That was like 18 inches or so. See where that lands on you, and that will kind of help you see what the length is like. Since we all have different lengths of faces and necks, it's gonna sit differently on all of us. I mean, I could give you my forehead to chin measurement and my chin to sort of collarbone measurement, but I feel like I should just give you this, then you can just take your measuring tape by yourself and just see where it lands. All right, I wanted to show you what Seville would look like in a half up, half down. I do like Seville for a half up, half down or an easy updo because it has these layers in the front, which gives it a softer appearance at the front and, in my opinion, a more natural appearance. So you have something framing your face and sort of to disguise the lace front, so you don't have something like pulled slick back that sort of exposes that lace. Even though you can pull it off your face when you have the lace, I still find it doesn't look as natural as it could. But that's my own personal opinion. Okay, let me put this back in the clip for half up, half down to show you how cute it is in half up, half down. Don't mind my fuzziness of hair right here. I didn't quite get that back, but gives you an idea, especially on this side. This side looks good. I don't know what the back looks like. I'm feeling like I could have done a better job over here, but you kind of get the idea. And let me show you what it might look like in a claw if you were to twist it up. Again, it is a really great option for an updo because of these layers in the front. But if you like more of a full updo, then not all of Belle Tress wigs not all of Belle Tress's straight wigs are gonna be great for that because they are such a low density. You're gonna have this like piddly little thing in the back here. So it can, of course, get into an updo, but it's not gonna feel very full. So this is what you might get. So if you want more of that full updo, straight Belle Tress styles won't be your best option. You could try though with more of a wavy or curly Belle Tress style because they still are low density, but the waves and curls will obviously give it more like pizzazz. What this could be nice for though is just a sweet little ponytail. So you could tie this back into a low pony. I do not suggest doing a high ponytail with these, but you could do like a mid to low pony. and that would work really well. So here's what that would look like. I don't have my fair elastic or scrunchie with me, but again, this gives you an idea. Okay, before I call it a day, let me show you what the inside of this cap is like. So all of Belle Tress's City Collection styles are gonna have the same cap for the most part. They're all gonna have this lace front. So I was talking about that lace front that extends into your ear tabs and gradually melts into there. They're all gonna have a monofilament part. So this is that monofilament part. Sometimes they're a left part, sometimes they're a center part on these City Collection styles. Seville, like I said, has that left part. And then over here is just some closed wefting at the top. The rest of your cap is a machine sewn open wefted cap. That means all of these rows that you see here are sewn by a machine into rows. They aren't sewn by a person with their hands. Open wefted caps are gonna always be nice and stretchy and breathable and ventilated, and a little bit of a better option for a warmer climate because you'll have that openness here to give you a little bit of a draft through your wefts. We have the cozy velvet ear tabs here, and then your extended velvet nape, so made out of velvet, nice and comfortable, with your Velcro adjusters that you can help adjust the circumference of Seville up to about 1/2 inch bigger or smaller. Now I will say that Seville fits pretty true to average. So I'm a petite size. I measure 20.5 inches in circumference, 11.5 inches front to nape, and 11.5 inches ear to ear. I have a video on how to measure your head though. If you are interested in that, make sure you search through my videos and you can find that. As a petite size, this is a little bit big on me. There's lots of stretch in here though. So I would bring the adjusters in a little bit to make it fit my circumference a bit better, but that would not change the fact that there is a little bit of bulk in the rest of the cap. Like my head doesn't fill out the cap, if that makes sense. I can pinch about an extra 1.5 inches maybe of extra cap. So this is fitting very true to average. For those of you who are an average size person, get that hair off of me. But as a petite size, I don't feel like I'm swimming in this. Like it's not humongous on me. I would still wear this, just have that extra bulk in the cap and be okay with it. But I know that not everyone is okay. And sometimes people want it to fit a little bit more like a glove. All right, you guys, I think I've said everything I need to say about Seville. Hopefully this was helpful for you, and hopefully for all you ladies out there who are requesting this helps you out on your journey and you're able to decide whether or not Seville is the one for you. Oh, and before I go, I did want to show you, you know that wig I was showing you that was shaded biscuit at the beginning? I wanted to show you that this one is by Raquel Welch. It's called Dress Rehearsal, and it actually is a very similar style to Seville I was just showing you. So if you're a Raquel Welch fan and you just can't get enough of Raquel Welch and their colors, you might like Dress Rehearsal. So it's a similar idea, similar length. This is my own personal one. I've worn it several times, so it's, you know, it's not fresh out of the box, so I will let you know that. But it does have a left part. It does have these sort of swooping bangs. I would say that Dress Rehearsal has maybe a little bit higher density than Seville does, but similar idea if you are just like, but I love Raquel Welch. You might find Dress Rehearsal, which is on my head right now, to be a little bit longer than Seville. I've done a review on this one as well, so you can go and check back if you are interested in Dress Rehearsal. Anyways, I've done enough talking for now. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Let me know below if Seville is something you've tried before, or if you have any more questions about her. I'd be happy to help you out. But thanks for watching, you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.